I've said this before that makeup doesn't have to be complicated, and that includes cut creases. Hi everyone, it's Smitha. Welcome back. Now, cut creases can look complicated and intimidating, but it doesn't have to be that way. I'm going to create a cut crease on my left eye, which usually takes me about 20 minutes. And then I'm going to simplify the same cut crease and create it on my right eye, which takes me less than 3 minutes. I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and now without further ado, let's begin. I'm already done priming my lids with the Milani concealer in the shade 145 and later set it with the Airspun translucent powder. And for today's eyeshadows, I'm going to be using the Smoke and Roses palette. This is a new one by Colourpop. On my left side, I'm just going to be doing a regular cut crease like we would normally do. And on my right side, I'm doing it my way, which takes me less than 3 minutes. I'm going to start with my left side. First, dipping into Angel Eyes with the Sigma E40 blending brush. I'm going to use this as my transition at the crease. So I'm going to blend and buff it out till everything looks really soft and nice. I'm taking it all the way from the outer to the inner corner, and if I want to increase the intensity, I'm going to keep adding eyeshadow to this and blending it out. And then with a smaller blending brush by Colourpop, I'm going to smoke it out in my lower lash line. To deepen the intensity at the crease, I'm going to dip into this guy with the same blending brush. I'm going to blend it out at the crease. This color is super intense, and I'm going to take it again all the way from my outer to the inner corner, slowly buffing it out. And then I'm also going to use it in the outer corner to intensify it. And just like I did with the transition shade, I'm also going to be using it in my lower lash line, but I'm not going to buff it out as much as I did with the transition shade. To get a nice smoky effect, I'm going to be using Smoked Out in the very outer corner of my lid as well as lower lash line. For the outer corner of my lid, I'm using the Sigma E40 blending brush, and for my lower lash line, I'm just using a flat shader brush. Using the shade On Call, I'm going to highlight my brow bone using a flat shader brush before I cut my crease with more concealer. I'm using the Milani concealer again to cut my crease, and the brush that I'm using is a concealer brush by Colourpop. I'm doing a half cut crease, so I'm going to first mark the area where I want to cut the crease, and then I'm going to use the concealer to paint my lid space up to half of my lid. And then I like to use my finger to buff out the edges to make the blending easy. I'm dipping into On the Edge, and I'm going to use it directly over the concealer. I'm going to use this guy where the cut crease ends, slowly melting it into the deeper shade in the outer corner. Hi everyone, I wanted to quickly hop on here and talk to you about something that's a priority in my family when it comes to topics of discussion, and that is mental health. And I'd like to thank BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. I wanted to ask you, is there something in your life that is preventing you from being happy or stopping you from achieving your goals? And if your answer is yes, you're not alone. There were a lot of things that happened in my life that caused stress and anxiety, and I had to seek therapy and help. BetterHelp will assess your needs. They will match you with your own professional licensed therapist, and you can start communicating within 48 hours. It's not a crisis line, it's not self-help, it's professional therapy done securely online. Sometimes therapy and help may not be locally available in many areas, but there is a wide range of expertise with BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network, and their service is available for clients throughout the world. You can log into your account anytime to send your therapist a message, and you'll receive timely and thoughtful responses back. Plus, you can also schedule your weekly phone and video sessions, so you never have to sit in that uncomfortable waiting room as with traditional therapy. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change therapists if needed. It's more affordable than traditional offline therapy, and financial aid is available. BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today. You'll receive a 10% off your first month on betterhelp.com/Smitha, and you can join the million-plus people who are taking charge of their mental health with the help of experienced professionals. Now, let's get back to the tutorial. It's time to finish up. First, I'm going to be using this eyeliner by Ofra. It's the Verified Liquid Liner in black. I'm going to pull out a small wing as well as line my top lash line. And then I'm going to finish up with a coat of mascara, but before that I'm curling my lashes. And for mascara, I'm going to be using the Lash Princess Mascara. This is by Essence. And here is the completed eye look. This is the traditional way that I learned, and this takes me about 20 minutes. I jump cut a lot of things, otherwise this video will become very lengthy. And now I'm going to be creating the same thing on the other eye, but in my way. Using a sponge tip applicator, I'm going to first dip into Angel Eyes and then this guy. And I'm going to use these eyeshadows to carve out my crease and in my lower lash line. Using this large stiff brush by Milani, I'm going to dip into Angel Eyes ever so lightly, and I'm going to start dabbing over both these eyeshadows. For your information, I'm going to link the sponge tip applicators and the brushes in the description box below, so do check that out. This new eyeshadow palette by Colourpop is so pigmented, and on top of that, sponge tip applicators pack a punch. And then with the sponge tip applicator, I'm going to dip it into Smoked Out. Use this in the outer corner as well as in my lower lash line. And then with the dabbing brush, again, I'm going to blend out the outer corner. And of course, keep in mind that if you want to intensify anything, whether it's this look or any other look, you can always add more eyeshadow to this. But I think I'm fine at the moment. Here's a super easy way to cut the crease. Apply the concealer directly on your lid first, and then using a sharp concealer brush or a flat shader brush, start painting your lid, slowly cutting the crease. When you move up like this with the concealer, you can slowly increase the size of your cut crease, which leaves less room for error. I'm going to dip into On the Edge with a flat shader brush and set the concealer. And then I'm going to use this guy with the sponge tip applicator where the concealer ends, and I'm going to blend it out with my finger. Then using On Call to highlight my brow bone. And finishing up with the eyeliner and mascara. And if you want an easy method for your winged eyeliner, I'm going to link that video right on top. That's pretty much it, you guys. Super easy, and this is the only method I've been following. If you've followed me for a while, you know that I love sponge tip applicators and I'm making best use of it. And I dip the same sponge tip applicator in different eyeshadows. I usually have a terry cloth right next to me, and I quickly rub it on that when I want to clean up and use the next eyeshadow, and it's so easy to clean up. And here is the completed look. I know many of you have adapted the swipe and dab method. I love it. Thank you so much. I'm going to continue to create such videos to make it easy for everybody. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So comment below and let me know. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing if you'd like to watch more videos like these. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please don't forget to thumbs up and do check out the description box for all the products that I used along with my social media links in case you plan to follow me there. I love you guys so much and I will see you soon with a brand new one. Bye guys.